Well, here it is. Saturday, December the 10th. I can't believe I'm still in this fight with these guys. It just boggles my mind. Like, Manitoba Hydro, Calvin Shepherd. Can't you see what your fucking idiots have done to us? How long are you gonna drag this charade on and send your fucking grease balls like Jason Peterson to... I mean, it's laughable, Mr. Shepherd. You're making $495,000 a year. I would think that you'd be a little more intelligent than to send someone like that to answer my questions. That asshole sat through my hearings in Winnipeg on July 18th, 19th, and 20th. And he didn't give a rat's fuck about safety. He sat there and all he was concerned about was covering everything up, helping Paul McDonald and Dave McNeil just shovel everything under the carpet. Now it really insults my intelligence that you would refer him to answer me back. Now, number one, this guy is supposed to be running the HPMA, which is supposed to represent the contractors, meaning BBE and Dave McNeil and crew. So why in the name of fuck would you tell him to contact me to deal with safety issues when it's his buddies that he's representing that are the ones doing the safety infractions? I mean, stop and think about that. Do you honestly think we're that stupid? Like, this guy couldn't give a shit about us. And we know that. We've known that since day one. He proved that when he handled the head case, the family that lost their dad and their husband up there. Now, I don't know how much more of this you guys are going to pull, but I'm going to tell you something. This is all going to come out in the public. And some of you guys are going to do fucking jail time, I think. So, I would think you would pay attention to what's on the top of my hard hat and do the right thing already. For God's sakes. How long are you going to drag this shit out? In my case, I reported unsafe work using explosives. Every dumb son of a bitch that knows anything about explosives knows that I'm right. Your people know it. Workplace safety, I hope, know it. But I'm beginning to wonder about them. But you, Hydro, you, Mr. Shepherd, I would think that you would have a better grip on explosives and things like that. Like, what the fuck are you doing this to us for? We're Manitoban citizens. In my case, I'm Métis. I'm a pioneer member of this Dauphin community. My family moved here from the Red River settlements. And I'm, as I told you, an honorably discharged Canadian veteran. Now, I wore that uniform for a reason, and sure as fuck wasn't to let you send greasy little people like Peterson after me to waste my time, kick me in the balls, and insult my intelligence. I'm not stupid. None of us are. So I don't understand why you guys keep treating us like we are stupid. You're fucking around the native people from up north. You pull the wool over their eyes. You throw in a few strategic pots of money. And the poor little folks at the bottom are still suffering. Why don't you do the right thing? You know, do you have no honor? Are you that despicable that you can't make things right and come to the table and deal properly with people that have irons in this fire? Like, I don't know how much more you have to see, but you obviously must see that I'm not backing down. I'm not. So unless you people assassinate me, which you might have been talking about already, who knows? I don't know what to expect from you people anymore. Nothing would surprise me. But the way you mistreat people and mishandle the resources of our province is shameful and despicable. And what you've done to me and other members of our little group, well, not little group, it's a big group. BBE and other contractors up there have fucked so many local people over, me included, that it's not a little group, even if they don't associate directly with us. They're still out there. And your solution is to try and sweep it under the carpet and walk away from it. Or throw little strategic pots of money at certain people and hope they can smooth things over enough for you to just keep going, business as usual. But that isn't working. And in my case, all of you fuckers ignore me. You've refused to do anything meaningful about my complaints and serious safety concerns. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something. I know there's been lots of issues up there at Kiosk, and we have proof of a lot of it, including major issues with explosives and near misses that could have killed literally hundreds of people. Just blind luck prevented it. Just nothing but fucking blind luck and the grace of God. Now, why I don't understand why you can't just admit that there's problems and deal properly with us. You know, if you bastards hadn't ran me through this goddamn Hobart meat grinder for a year and a half, all you had to do was a year and a half ago when Cunningham, that little snot prick, blackballed and blackmailed me and turfed me out of that camp. All you had to do was say, hey, we made some mistakes. Let's fix them. Let's be men. Men, Calvin. Let's be men and fix this before it goes any further into a ridiculous situation like we have now. Now, I'm just a simple man, I admit that. Not university educated, don't have a whole bunch of degrees stuck on the wall, but I am far from fucking stupid. I've worked in the school of hard knocks all my goddamn life. I've been around construction and explosives and everything. All my life. I live and breathe it. I can run any fucking machine that's got wheels, tracks, or handles on it. I'm not very good with the new electronic shit. But the old stuff I shine on. I've been a member of both the OE and the Teamsters. Not that that's done me any fucking good, but I've been in membership in both of them. And I know what I'm talking about. I also follow the International Society of Explosives Engineers. And I've talked to some members of that group. And they can't believe what you fuckers are doing up here. And what you're doing to us for coming forward. So why don't you just fix it? Why don't you just make a credible offer to settle and quit sending the union and your little Peterson minion, a piss boy I call him, that's all he is. There was a movie out years ago, Monty Python, History of the World Part 1, and they had a guy running around with a piss bucket for all the big shots on the golf course. That's what he reminds me of. A piss boy. And I don't deal with piss boys. Now, I've been fucked around for over a year and a half now. And you have no excuse now for not coming to the table and fixing this shit. All you're doing is running like a coward and hiding, and it ain't working. Now, I don't know how much more of this you can take, but I guess I'm going to keep taking it for a while. But we're going to come to a conclusion, and it's going to cost you guys something. Probably your jobs, probably quite a big pile of money. Now, when we had a change in government in April, I thought when we turfed the NDP that the Conservatives would step up to the plate and fix this shit. But I'm not seeing that either. And incidentally, I ran here in Dauphin as an MLA for the Manitoba Party. I didn't do that great, but I at least did it. Because I figured if I couldn't fix this shit from the outside, I was going to try and fix it from the inside. Now, I've repeatedly asked my MLA here in Dauphin, Mr. Brad Mikuleski, to help me. And so far, all I keep getting is, I'm looking into it. We're working on it. I'm looking into it. Well, what the fuck does that mean? Looking into it isn't cutting it anymore. It's time to step up. It's time to fix what you and your people have done, Manitoba Hydro, Manitoba Provincial Government, definitely Manitoba Workplace Safety and Health. It's time to step up. Now, all you folks up there at kiosk, like I've said numerous times before, hang in there, look after each other, watch each other's backs, because you're on your fucking own up there. Make no mistake about that. You're on your own. They're not looking out for you. That's a given. Miigwech, stay safe.